You have not wasted your life. How you doing? It's time again for spiritual musings from Menachem. Ooh, alliteration. While at Aldi's with my mom. So, you have not wasted your life. All the things you've done that felt like you weren't on target, that you weren't doing what you were meant to be doing, all those things add up and they're not a waste. I'm not talking in some sort of woo-woo meant to happen way. I'm talking about there's a thread going through your life connecting all the things or making connections between all the things you've done and that are now leaving you uniquely situated to do what it is you're doing, whether that's a professional thing or a personal thing. I worked a number of odd jobs and there was an easy thread through many of them. You know, I worked in nonprofits for a long time. I had worked with lonely and isolated senior citizens, with Little Brothers Friends of the Elderly. I worked with deaf kids who had behavior and emotional issues at the Center on Deafness. But I also worked at a catering place with a deli out front, and I worked at a bookstore. I even had a job once, that I only did once, where I went to gas stations after they had closed and read various meters on them. I don't even really know why we were doing it, and I'm glad I didn't ask, but I assume it was for some sort of watchdog group that was keeping an eye on gas stations somehow. But all these things, in addition to jobs, you know, my hobbies that I pursued, playing tabletop role-playing games, all these things have left me uniquely situated to do what I'm doing now, right? I went to school and became a rabbi and got a certificate in spiritual direction. And I play games and I use my games in spiritual direction. I'm taking these things and playing them together. But also, that gas station job, you know, beyond learning just mundane, like, here's how a gas station is put together, here's how pumps are at work. I probably learned a lot about keeping aware of my situations, because I went into some neighborhoods I didn't know. This is when I was in California for a couple months. And I learned, you know, maybe how to keep safe. I don't know. I don't even know all the things I've learned everywhere. But you have this thread running through your life. And I want to suggest to look at all the things you've done, all the hobbies you've had, the relationships you've been in, and all these things that don't seem connected, and see, can you find a thread? Can you find something that connects all the things you've done? And what is that thread? And what can you learn about yourself by doing that? I think it's a good writing exercise, you know, journaling. You could also make some art about it if that's how you're wired. But go ahead and find that thread, because you haven't wasted your life. There is something that everything you've done is going to come together somehow. And I give you blessings that you find a thread, and you can also stop beating yourself up for supposedly wasting your life. All right, love and blessings, everybody, and talk to you soon.